There are some nasty things happening in the world today. Innocent lives are being taken for no fault of theirs. Humans are behaving like animals, and even animals are not spared. Amidst all this mayhem, there was an interesting development that happened during the course of last week that went largely unnoticed. There were two announcements that came one after the other. First, Hindustan Unilever has taken down its iconic Fair and Lovely brand. It's no longer going to be called that. And second, Shadi.com, the matrimonial site, has removed the skin tone filter from its platform. These are major developments, without a doubt. However, the question to be asked is this enough? Unfortunately, the fault lines in our society run far deeper. What brands like these do is only reflect the discriminations that already exist. You may agree or disagree, but there is definitely a school of thought that believes if a woman can somehow be measured against a certain yardstick of beauty, be it her color or skin or shape or even the way she dresses, her chances of landing a decent job or finding a groom for herself becomes progressively higher. The problem is, a society can go to any extent to define what the yardstick is. There used to be an ancient Chinese practice called foot binding. It usually started when girls reached the age of 4 or 5. Their foot is soaked in hot water and their toenails are clipped off. So far, so good. Now comes the painful part. Their small toes are broken and they are turned towards the bottom of the toe, and the foot is completely wrapped. It was believed that young bones were softer, thereby it was started much early as in the age of 4. The top toe alone was left upturned so that she not lose her balance when she walks. Every few days, the foot was unwrapped and then wrapped even tighter to a point at which the foot shrunk to almost 4 inches. But why, you may ask? Small feet were considered really attractive by the Chinese. They believed it is what made a woman's walk or movement more feminine. The ability to withstand the pain of foot binding reflected a woman's character. Even if a girl's mother objected to it, social pressure made sure that they are willing practitioners. The girl's family's reputation was closely linked to the binding of her feet. The process was so crucial that a girl with natural unbound feet had limited marriage prospects, while a girl with tiny bound feet increased her chances of marrying into a good family and moving up the society. This practice started in the year 960 AD, and it was only in the 20th century, after a whole movement arose, that this practice was called into question, and it was finally abolished in the year 1911. For almost 1,000 years, women suffered and suffered and suffered just to conform to the Chinese society's definition of beauty. Even in the contemporary Indian society of today, the pressure and pain to fit in is very real. Although the pain is not as excruciating as a foot binding, it is more implied. If a girl has facial hair, it makes people uncomfortable. She has to get it removed. Whether she does waxing or threading or whatever, it's her problem. If it's a celebrity, then all the more worse. Plastic surgery, Botox, nose job. She has to spend a bomb on all these just so that she can look dazzling in screen. I'm sure you must have come across a photograph in every social media wherein a picture of an actress is clicked without any makeup, maybe at an airport or a mall or a funeral. Is it so difficult to see women for what they are? And it all starts at home. At every event or a family gathering, The first question that a girl gets asked is whether she is lost or gained weight. என்னடி இப்படி ஊதிட்ட, நீ இவ்வளோ ஒல்லியாக இருக்க, எலும்பெல்லாம் தெரியுது. What if it's part of her genes? What if she has a high metabolism? என்னடி தலைமையெல்லாம் இப்படி கொட்டி போயிடுது. What do you even know? Already a woman has so many doubts and reservations about her own body. Why shatter her confidence by asking such questions? And it is there everywhere. My wife has almost stopped going to the parlor because she knows inevitably the beautician is going to prey on her insecurities by suggesting some treatment or product that she can use. And also, a lot of men are under the impression that women get all dressed up for weddings because they know people are going to look at them and they want to look pretty in front of all of them. That's rubbish. They get dressed up because they like to get dressed up. It's as simple as that. It's a choice and it's personal. Beauty is best when it's personal. For you, my grandma might look like this in a normal person, but for me, she looks beautiful. Adi em party. The reason I made this video was also very personal. It was to set right a few wrongs that I did and I was guilty of doing. There used to be a girl who started unusually bloating when she reached high school. I was one of the boys who made a lot of jokes on her, and it was much later that I realized that she had PCOS. When I read about what that condition is, I was absolutely shattered. If only I had taken the small step to understand who she is at her core and what she goes through every day, I would have gained a genuine friend. I can go on and on about this. I welcome these announcements, it's definitely needed, but one step at a time. We have to call this out. It might be your aunt or cousin or friend or whoever it is that makes any kind of discrimination. Immediately express your disapproval. Slowly, let's build a fair and lovely society that makes our daughters feel beautiful inside and out. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Everyone. Thank you so much.